In this video, I'm going to share the 3 reasons why people are not buying from you. They're not buying your products or services. So I've sold multiple millions of dollars worth of products and services in various different niches and industries. And these 3 reasons will apply to anything that you're selling, any product or service. So if you're struggling to get sales, or maybe you had an offer, a product or service that was selling that's no longer selling, then this video is going to share why. And I'm also working on a new sales letter for a real estate offer, So I'm going to show you some examples of this being applied in that sales letter. Now, reason number 1 why people aren't buying from you is they don't want, and this is the biggest reason here, they don't want what you're selling. Okay? It's as simple as that. So let me space it out here. They don't want what you're selling. So you obviously have to have something that people want. And with my products and services, I always just try to tap into an existing desire, an existing demand. I am not trying to create desire. I'm not trying to create demand. I know that people want to make money. They want to be healthy and in good shape, and they want to have good relationships with people. And so I mainly work in the money space. Most of my offers are around making money or saving money. And you have to first start off with something that people want. So my 2 main offers right now, I have one in the book publishing space, and it's about, there's a couple different versions of it, but there's a done for you service helping people to create and launch their book and to sell their book. And a lot of people want a book, right? I don't have to explain what a book is and why they would want a book. People naturally want a book. And I'm also teaching people how to make money by publishing books for other people, like a service. So those 2 things, people already want to make money. They already know what a book is, and a lot of people want books, but they just don't have the time or energy or the knowledge to create them. And so that's the first thing. If you don't have something that people want, if you're trying to sell some kind of abstract product or service that people don't want, and you're spending all your time trying to convince them why they want it, then that's going to be a big deterrent. That's going to be a big reason why people aren't buying from you. So reason number 1, make sure that you're selling something that people want, that there's already an existing demand there. Reason number 2 is they don't believe you can help them. So they don't believe that you can help them get the result. Now, to fix this, you can use case studies. You need to have some kind of proof, right? You need proof, and you also need, especially if you're new, if you're a beginner, you need a low to no risk offer. This is when, with the book publishing stuff, for example, people only pay me, or my beginner students, they only pay those students after they're happy with the final book. So there's no risk to that offer because they're not paying anything until they like the final product. So if people don't believe you, you can change that by building up your case studies, by showing proof that your stuff works. And if you are working on your first client or your first case study, then you need to remove all of the risk of the offer, so there's no risk for them to try you out and try your service out. So reason number 2, and this gets easier over time. This is why the first client is the hardest to get, because you don't have the case studies, you don't have the proof, you don't have the confidence in your own abilities because it's your first time. And so that's why you go with this low to no risk offer, or in your case, if it's your first client, a no risk offer. They only pay when they're happy with the result. Okay? So that's reason 2. And then reason 3 is they don't believe in their own ability to get the result. Okay? Now, this is kind of like an identity thing, right? If you make your thing, if you're selling coaching or info, and you're saying something like, well, in order for this to work for you, you need A, B, and C. And if they don't have those things, then they're obviously not going to believe in their ability because they don't have the things needed to see success. So what you can do here, the easiest way to get people to believe in their ability to do it is to take as much of the creativity and their own ability out of it. So make it as done for you as possible. And I made another video about this previously, but make it the Ozempic pill, or as close to the Ozempic pill as possible. So Ozempic, in weight loss, you can either go to the gym, you can diet for 6 months, and you could go to the gym like 3 to 5 times a week, and you could lose weight slowly that way, Or you could just sit on the couch like the celebrities do. You could pay $200 to $500 a month. You could pop this Ozempic pill and watch the fat just melt away as you sit on the couch watching Netflix. So if you remove the creativity and the skills needed for them to get the result by making it as done for you as possible and make it as close to the Ozempic pill as possible, then you get over this hump as well. So these are the 3 reasons. If you're not seeing traction with your product or your service, or you're having a hard time selling it, it's one or multiple of these reasons, okay? Now, I'm working on this new offer, and I didn't expect to have this offer. I just started talking about real estate in my portfolio on Instagram about a week ago, and there were people reaching out like, hey, how can I get into buying my own real estate and getting my own portfolio going? And I got a beta group of people who want some help with getting their first door, their first rental, and their first 5+, their first small portfolio. So right now I'm writing a sales letter, and I know that I'm already checking all these boxes. So number 1, I know they want what I'm selling because I started just posting a few stories on Instagram, and I had people reaching out who were paying thousands of dollars for help with getting their first rental or getting a portfolio. So I know this demand is already there. People want to get into real estate. Everybody knows that real estate is one of the best ways to become a millionaire and to build long-term wealth. And so that demand is already there. Now, reason 2, they don't believe I can help them. Well, I have my own portfolio to use as case studies. I haven't helped anyone else with building up their portfolio yet. It's all been my own properties, but I have 18 of my own properties, and I break down the proof and the case studies of these properties in this document here. Okay, so I've gotten the case studies, they're personal case studies. I got proof. The low to no risk offer, I have some form of this built into the offer, and they hear more about this when I'm on the phone with them, talking with them about their situation. But I overcome this by just sharing my own personal results. Okay, and then reason 3, they don't believe in their own ability. What most real estate investors or most real estate educators do is they create a course or they create a coaching program, and they basically teach their model, and they just have people watch videos or maybe join like a group coaching thing with weekly calls, and they have to do everything themselves. Okay, so I knew that was a big objection because that was actually a personal objection on my part as well. I was like, well, there's so many areas that this could go wrong, and honestly, for me, it did go wrong in many areas. I lost a lot of money trying to figure it out myself. So I understand the objection, and I understand where people are thinking, well, there's no way I can build my own portfolio like this, especially remotely, because I don't have any experience, and this is a scary thing. So what I've done is instead of having some kind of course or coaching, it's more of a done for you or partnership service. So I'm trying to scroll down to where I mentioned that. Here we go. This isn't a course or coaching program. It's a partnership where I do most of the work and you get the result. I find your deals, you sign the contracts, and I already have a team. So I put you in contact with my team, and they help you to execute everything, and then you collect the rent checks. So I have tried to go as close to this as possible, and this is a new offer, so I'm going to make it better over time. But I've tried to make it as done for you as possible. I've taken their creative ability and the skill set needed out of it because I'm doing most of the work for them. I'm setting them up with the deals. I'm sending them vetted deals. I'm putting them in contact with my team, and I'm making it as close to this Ozempic done for you solution as possible. So we'll see how this does. It's done very well just posting a few stories on Instagram, and people are paying thousands of dollars for this service. So this is the next step where I put it into a sales presentation, and I'm going to be filming a video over this and using this as a way to get people to book calls for signing up for this service. So if you're struggling to sell your product or service, or maybe you have a product or service that is stalled out, go and revisit this. These are 3 reasons why no one is buying from you or people have stopped buying from you, and you can fix it by addressing these things. First, tap into an existing desire or demand. Make sure you stack the case studies and proof and make your offer as no risk as possible. And then get as close to the Ozempic pill as possible. Make it as done for you as possible so that you take away the creative ability and the skill set needed to see results. Okay? So I hope this was useful. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video.